Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. So today I'm going to be doing an updated or my yearly check-in with you guys of products that have pan in my collection. I did this video about a year ago and some of those things have completely rolled out. I'm not going to talk about those things because I've used them up. And then of course I have some things that are new that have pan, but I will tell you right now that that number is less than last year. I think last year I had 13 items in my collection that had pan. This year I only have 10, and that's including like eyeshadows in palettes. So that's what it is. We'll talk about the things that are rolling over that had pan last year, and you'll probably see them again next year too because they're hard things. And then I have some other things here that are new that finally got pan within the last year, and we'll talk about those. Start a playlist, I think, of these videos if I haven't already done that yet. But I will make a playlist so you can watch last year's if you want to compare. This video has kind of been interesting when I was pulling everything together earlier today. It's sort of like showing me things that I haven't used in a year either, and I definitely didn't use them the year previous. So it's kind of alarming when you start looking at things like, oh yeah, I haven't used that in like I didn't use it since last year's check-in. So I think some of these things, because they already have pan on them, I do need to maybe show them some more love because I don't want them to keep reappearing year after year. I need to just enjoy things and use them up. But let's just get right into all of the products. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is the 3 Seconds Brow. It had stampers in here. I never used the stampers. And then you open it up and there's a mirror situation and a big old pan of basically eyeshadow. And you can use this in your brows. You're supposed to like stamp it. I never did that, like I said. So there is quite a bit of pan. The pan is like not super deep, but like that's a big old honking thing of eyeshadow essentially. I don't know how long this is going to take me to use up because this is one of the products that I haven't touched in the entire year. I really need to start working on it. I did like it as a brow powder, but I was using other like eyeshadows and stuff in the last year, specifically for my Pan That palette. But I need to start working on this and actually making progress because I don't need this in my collection. I have eyeshadow that I can use, so there's that. This is like a product that I had in as well last year, but I showed a lot of love to it this year, more than I thought that I was going to use when we talked about it in last year's video. I didn't think I was going to really work on it at all, but I did. It is my Ofra highlighter in Sea Shimmer. Look at that. That's a lot of pan. I do want to try to use this up this year. I like to try to use up one highlighter per year, and this is gonna be it because there's not a lot of product left here. I'm not gonna repress it. I think I can still get my brush in there okay enough to use it. And I've really enjoyed it more than I thought when I first rolled it into my project pan a couple of years ago. It's not in it this year. Maybe it will reappear, I'm not sure yet, but I do wanna get this one used up. There's a lot of pan here, so there's a possibility that I can do that this year. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder. I bought this last year, so it's not super old in my collection, but I've hit pan on it. I use it pretty much every day for work. I'll just take out the little pad thing here. And there's a lot of pan in there. So I don't think this will be a problem to use up this year. I don't really enjoy this powder at all. It's an OG. I bought it needing like a cheap powder for work. Don't really like it, would not recommend, would not repurchase. I just don't like it. It's not great. Anyways, there's better powders at the drugstore than this in my opinion. But I think I can get this one rolled out, but that's how much pan there is as of right now in mid-February. This is a highlighter from Jeffree Star in Princess Cut. I don't think I've used this at all this year. In the last year maybe, and I'm wearing it today because I pulled it out and I was like, I'm going to use that today just to get one more use on it and say I've used it. I can't even open it. Oh my god. Okay, it's a pretty big highlighter, There's all the pan. It's kind of weird how it's doing pan, how it's like the pan is forming, I should say. It's a really thick, chunky formula. I really like the highlighter itself, but when you're using it, it's just not a great formula in my opinion. So there's that. It's probably going to take me a million years to use this at the rate that I'm using it, but it's one pan. I have 3 Urban Decay Naked palettes that we're going to talk about. Last year these 2 were in there, but we got some pans in this one this year. They're super dirty and disgusting. I should probably clean them, so please don't look at that. This is the Naked Basics, and there's only 2 pans that are left in here that have any product. I have repressed 2 of these and put them in like a single shadow, so then they definitely don't have pan. Same as last year. And then these 2 have pan. I have played with this one a little bit and expanded the pan. It makes a really pretty inner corner highlight and highlighter. I would like to use it up this year, but I'm not really in a rush because there's no way I'm gonna pan that whole black anytime soon. So yeah, that's fine. It's cool. And then I have the Naked 2 Basics. And there's only 2 in this pan that have anything left in them. I really need to work on this and just use it up and get it out of my collection, because this would be a whole palette finished. So I've never finished a palette in my life. So I really do need to apply myself and start using this, but I have so much stuff that I want to use. But yeah, I have expanded both of those pans in both of those eyeshadows. So we'll see if it would be great if I could use it up this year, but I am setting the bar super low. I probably won't. So you'll see this next year. Then finally, the last Naked one is Ultimate Basics. This was my Panette palette last year, so if you want to see that, I can link the playlist in the description box below. I have 2 that have pans in here, or pan in here. So this brown shade and then this like kind of nude peachy shade. So that's exciting because this palette had virtually no use on it last year. As you can see, I did complete 3 and then I got pan on 2 of them. Not bad for a Panette palette, for me anyways, but this will still take me probably my entire life to pan. So you'll see this again next year too. I don't really play with this that much right now because I want to work on other things. This year, I do want to try to kind of work on some of the things that we already talked about in this video just to get them rolled out, but I'm also super wanting to work on my collection as a whole because there's just so many things that are probably going to go bad that I've never really used, and I know that I need to really focus on them and enjoy them. So I am playing with different things in my collection and just trying to not have tunnel vision on like 1 or 2 highlighters. I want to play with like 10 of my highlighters this year, or all of them if I could. But I do get tunnel vision on a lot of my products and just use them until they're done, which is fine, but because I have so many products in so many categories, I would like to be a little bit more equal with some of the usage. So there's that. So that's it for my products that have pan. It's a short video. That's okay. I don't have a ton of things, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have a video like this of your products from your collection, please let me know below and I can definitely go check that out. I like watching those type of videos. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.